Long time no see. Y'all see something new over there? Oh, just zoom in. Y'all see my nails? Y'all, I look hot. But I'm not, I swear. I just went to the store. But this is like a native type situation. Hey y'all, welcome to the Daily TTV, and no one can do it like me. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about college. So I basically wanted to start a series about college, obviously. And it's going to be basically just different tips that I will advise for each year. If you are new to my channel, I am a senior at Georgia State University. I'm currently majoring in psychology. I changed my major like 5 times now. We're not even gonna talk about that. But yeah, so this is basically the tea on college. For all you that graduated this year, the senior class, woo woo. Now you about to really step into this crazy life of college. My first tip is beware of your first semester of college. So like my freshman year, how long ago was that? That was 3 years ago. 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, my freshman year, I literally graduated from Brookwood High School, May 2016. I had a great summer. I went to LA, had no worries. You know, I did all my financial aid. I did everything that I needed to do, all the requirements to get into school, and which I did. So I did it. I ended up moving in to Piedmont Central, which is the freshman dorms. I moved in 2 days before school started. So it was a Saturday. I moved in on a Saturday, and then I started class on a Monday. So yeah, my freshman year, Lord Jesus, I'm not saying that it was bad, but it's just an experience that I learned, plenty of lessons that I learned that kind of shaped me and molded me into the student that I am today. My first tip would be to beware of your first semester. So most high school students is very different. Like your mentality is very different from college. So for high school, you got like 7 or 8 periods or 8 classes or whatever. So you have 7 or 8 periods or classes a day, and you know, you get on the bus and you go home, right? For college, it's totally different than that. I knew that, you know, college was of course going to be, you know, huge lecture classes, and you know, you get to pick as many classes as you want, but I was not aware that the homework load was different, that your mentality had to change. I didn't know any of that. I was just, you know, going in as, okay, they're going to give me work and I'm just going to, you know, do it that day. It didn't work like that. My first week of classes was very, very, I wouldn't say difficult, but it was just different for me. You know, I had went into my English class, I had sociology, and I had all of these I had five classes, and they were all an hour and a half long. An hour and a half long. And I just thought, okay, well, you know, it's gonna be good. Like, I'm gonna be fine. Y'all, anyone, all the incoming freshmen, no matter what college or what university or like where you're going, anywhere that you're trying to get a degree, whether it's like you trying to get a certificate, associates, or bachelor's, it's all the same thing, all the same principles. All I have to say is just be mentally prepared. Like, prepare your mind. Yeah, like, prepare. Because you don't want to go into your freshman year and mess everything up because you're thinking, oh, I got this. Which you do, I'm sure you do, but y'all, these professors do not care. They only care about their class. So you can have, let's say, the English and sociology, right? So you go into English, you stay in there for an hour and a half, you know, whatever, of hear her talk about grammar and punctuation and writing. And she gives you reading. So you have to read 60 pages for the next class, which is tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, you know, I could do that. Like 60 pages? What? I can do 60 pages. I'm thinking like that's the only thing I have to do for today. But then I go to sociology class and he's like, okay, well, you also have to read 60 pages for my class and it's due next time you come in. Not only do you have to do 60 pages, but you also have to turn in all 4 assignments that is online by the time you have your next class. So I'm just saying, like, y'all, just beware of first semester, because if you do not come in with your mind set, like, okay, this is college, I cannot be playing around, I can't procrastinate, I can't just, you know, do my homework an hour before it's due or an hour before you come to class. It just doesn't work like that. There's deadlines, there's other things that are included into college work, and just do right, okay? And my second tip for college students or, you know, freshmen was to be to just like get ahead. If you can, if your class, most of your class is online, like I had a math class one time and most of the stuff was online, they have all that stuff there. All the assignments was open. If you wanted to get ahead, you could. I would say take advantage of that. Take advantage of the classes that allow you to go ahead. Even if, you know, the assignments you can't really get ahead in reading, get ahead in taking notes. They give you you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying, okay? They give you a huge rubric, not a rubric, but like a huge schedule of the year. So you know what that teacher is going to talk about that class, or you know what the teacher is, what assignment is going to be given. So I say take advantage of that, of the syllabus, the syllabi, whatever you want to call it. Just take advantage of that. It will help you big time, for real. And my third tip would be to try not to procrastinate. When I say try, I said it lightly, but I meant it not lightly. Procrastination will get you literally C's and below in your classes. I know some people are able to just, as far as like, okay, so let's say English again. Some people, they can cram stuff. They can they have a 5-page paper due next class, or, you know, like the next week. They can literally, the day before it's due, they can write a whole 5-page paper and get an A. With me, I be struggling, okay? I don't like writing, which is why I'm talking to you, because if I was gonna write it, I would be writing a blog or something. But I don't like writing, and it takes time for me to like get all my thoughts put together, because the paper can be about Donald Trump, and I start talking about Obama and how he tried to set up Obamacare. You know, like, it wouldn't make sense, basically, and I just need more time. And I'm not good with cramming either, because anxiety is real. The anxiety is real. I'll be like, all right, I can't do this. Nope. I got 2 minutes to turn this in. I'm just not going to turn it in. And that's just that. And that's not good. So I would say to fight procrastination. Also, you got to keep in mind, like, you're going to have loads of classes. Usually your freshman year, if you go to your advisor, they give you a layout of all of your classes that you need to take, including like how many credits you need to take each semester. And they try to start you off with 15 credits. That means 5 classes. 5 classes. 5 loads of classes. And for me, 5 was too much. I had to take 1 out, so I took 4. So, you know, I would say just try to fight procrastination as much as you can. Like, if you're going to procrastinate in one class, at least have the rest of your classes already done. You know, that way you won't have all 5 of these classes that you have to do last minute. You know, I would rather have, okay, at least 3 to 4 classes, all my assignments done, all my readings and notes, etc. is done. And then this one class, I'm just lollygagging because it's easy for me, or, you know, like, you know yourself. So if you're going to procrastinate, just pick and choose which one you want to procrastinate in. Just don't procrastinate in all of them. And that is the T for procrastination. Don't do it. If you have a choice, don't do it. Just make the choice not to do it. Okay, great. So another tip, which is my 4th tip, would be to eat. Like, pay attention to your health and eat, because as you become a college student and you adapt to the college life, your eating habits will either turn left or right. So left is bad, right is good. Some college students, I don't know, some of them, they gained a lot of weight. I'm not even gonna lie. My freshman year, it's called freshman 15. So freshman 15 is like when you gain 15 pounds. My freshman year, I lost 15 pounds. Y'all, my freshman year had me stressed. For real. I mean, college will have you stressed in general. But my freshman year had me stressed because, like I said, that mindset, your mentality, it has to shift. Like, do what you have to do to shift that mindset, but your mindset has to shift. It has to. And the only way that you can do that is just get ahead, stop your procrastination, and be a good student. You're in college for a reason. I don't think you would literally sign up for loans or, you know, take out loans if you didn't want to be in college, or if you didn't want to be a college student. And if you don't want to be in college, don't go. I mean, sometimes parents, they do try to have their kids, you know, be good in life, be great in life. And one of those great things is graduating. One of those great things is getting a degree in something that you love. But if you know that you're not, if school is not for you, then just don't go. I mean, it's not their life, it's yours at the end of the day. So Yeah. So like I was saying, watch your health. Watch your health and make sure that you eat no matter what. Take a snack, okay? At my school, Georgia State, they have food everywhere. They have food everywhere. Everywhere, okay? You go get you something to eat. If you late to class, girl, go get some food and then you go to class. Or even if you're late to class, all right, don't that was bad. That was bad advice. Don't not go to class and go eat. I'm saying take it to go. You feel me? Like take it to go and then go to class. But if you don't eat, then you can't focus. And if you can't focus, then you can't be great in life. And if you can't be great in life, then what's the point of living? There is no point. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, but I'm not. You have to eat. Like, when I came home, my parents were like, what is going on? Like, why are you losing weight? And I just didn't know. I thought that I was okay. I thought that I was fine. And I went to the doctor and they were just like, you know, you're losing a lot of weight and got to make sure that you're eating right. Because, like, if you don't eat, I'm telling y'all, your brain cells, without food and nutrition, you cannot make good grades like that. You can't. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe because when I eat, I get happy. And when I'm happy, I'm motivated. And when I'm motivated, that's when I'm able to give my best in all my work. You know, give it 100%. Rather than 0% because I haven't eaten and I'm stressed. And I'm just like, what's life about? I'm like, why am I in this class? Why am I in this sociology class for an hour and 30 minutes talking about God knows who? Why? That's my thought process when I haven't eaten. I'm just thinking about ways that I could just leave the class. But again, that might be just me. That might be just me. And not only eating, but like get some rest. Get some sleep. I know as a college student, your sleep pattern is out the window. Like you thought in high school that all you have to do is wake up at 7 and you home by 3. No. In college, like I said, they be giving you all this work and you be trying to get it all in. Like when you're trying to get ahead, you have to like stay up later than usual. I'm talking about like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. You know, not only like just getting ahead, but just like studying. Not studying, but still trying to maintain your social life. Like your friends might be like, oh, like come over, we're gonna have a taco party or something. And you're like, dang. Well, if I go to the taco party, then I can't really sleep that much. So I'll sacrifice my sleep for the taco party because who doesn't love tacos? But again, college is just a whole nother ball game, a whole nother life that you just have to be prepared for and you have to be ready for. And that's just that on that. And that brings me to my 5th tip of freshman year, which is to basically save your money. Save your time and money. My freshman year, I lived on campus, so I wasn't saving a lot of money. I was working 2 jobs, but I wasn't saving a lot of money. One is because I bought books from my school. I didn't buy books from like Amazon, Chegg, eBay. I didn't do that. Nope. I spent money, and I mean money. I'm talking about more than $200 in books my freshman year. Because I thought, okay, well, if they're requiring these books, then they have to be at our school. Like, they can't be nowhere else. They have to be at our school, and I have to go get it from my school, okay? Like, they have used ones. I don't have to buy new ones. No, 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 no. No, no. Do not. I'm telling you, if you can help it, because sometimes they do require books that only GSU has, or like if only your school has. But if you, the first thing I would say, if you like go on the syllabus of your class and you see like, oh, we need a textbook. If it's not online, or if it doesn't say like GSU, you have to get it from GSU, I'm telling you, go to Amazon, go to Chegg, go to eBay, like go to Groupon. All of these, there's a lot of places online that you can get books for a low price. I know Amazon, they do like rent, like you can rent a book for, okay, so let's say for instance the book is $100 for a new one, and then for the used one it's $90. But if you rent it, it'll be like $60, $70. But all you have to do is just like keep the box and then send it back, you know, once the semester is over. But I'm telling y'all, save your money. Save your money. Save it. It will take you a long ways. Cause my freshman year, I moved from Piedmont Central to the lofts. Okay, so this is dorms that have food plans, and then I moved to an apartment on campus, which is the lofts, and I didn't realize that I had to buy my own food, my own toiletries, all this stuff. I did not realize that, and I was like, wow. I was spending so much money, like, I'm telling you, eating out every day, all of this stuff. Like, I didn't buy myself no snacks. Even when I was at Piedmont Central where there was food, I still didn't buy myself snacks. I didn't do anything to like save money. And when I went to the lofts, I had to even spend more money. I had to start budgeting and start, you know, making wise decisions with my money. Because, you know, of course, having an apartment costs money. So I would say to save money as much as you can. I know that it is hard to do, especially when you're on your own and, you know, it's college and you want to do what you want to do and you want to spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. But I mean, I'm not really telling you what to do. I'm just giving you advice and tips on my college experience and the different mistakes that I made and what I feel like a college student should do. So, save your money. That's it. That's all I gotta say. My next tip would be to register early. So, Georgia State is a very diverse school, meaning that we have a lot of international students that come to Georgia State. And I really think that registration takes a whole day in itself, you know, but that goes back to like not procrastinating, because if you know what classes you have already taken and you know what classes that you need, the day before, literally you could do it the day before. The day before, you look at what classes are on the registrar and you see, okay, this class I'm gonna take, and you just, you know, create your own schedule that would be comfortable for you. Try to do it early, like try to do all that stuff early, because as soon as registration opens, them classes are going to be gone. These students are like scavengers, okay? They do not care about nobody but themselves. And that's just given. Like, for me, when I was when I do registration every year, I at least try to figure out my schedule within like 2 to 3 days before registration opens, only because, like, okay, so seniors have priority over the juniors, sophomore, and the freshmen, right? So seniors have already taken the classes, you know, that are out there. So they've already got what they need. They're like the Eagles, okay? They're like the Eagles. Then the next day after that, that's when registration opens for everybody else. So freshman to junior year, all y'all have the same day to register. So it's weird. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain, but just register early, okay? I try to do mine, like I said, 2 to 3 days before. I will look at what classes have already that I need to take, and then I go on Rate My Professor. And I see, okay, so let me look up this teacher. Let me see, you know, what the students are rating them. You can see some of the students on there be telling the truth. They be like, oh yeah, this teacher sucks. Like, this teacher don't teach. This teacher will literally digress the whole lecture and then give you 5 assignments to do, and you don't know what's going on. Some of them would say that, and some of them would be like, oh, this is the best teacher. But most of them be the students that got A's in the class, and you be like, what? Some of them don't be honest, but some of them do, okay? The point is, just look it up before you actually complete your registration. Look up the teachers before you complete your registration, and make sure that your schedule flows with what you like. Because I know some students are forced to take classes that doesn't fit with their ideal schedule. You know, because some students, I have some friends that go to Georgia State and they don't like taking Friday classes, right? So they register, boom, but then they register the day after registration opens, so that means all the classes are taken. So now all the Monday through Thursday classes are taken, so they close it out because all the students took it. And then now all they have is Friday. So now you have to come back to school on a Friday. Or you have to be on campus on a Friday. I mean, I like Friday classes because I like my schedule like spread out. I don't want it all crammed in like a few days or whatever. But yeah, some people don't like taking Friday classes, and you don't want to be that person. If you don't like Friday classes, make sure that you register early. Make sure that you're ahead of the game, because these, like I said, these students do not care about if you don't have your class. They have their class, and they're happy, and they're well, and they're doing good in school, okay? So you have to register early. Do it. It's important for your life. And my last tip for college students that are going into college, or maybe transferring to university, like you're coming from a college to a university, would be to get a computer. Please get a computer. It don't matter what kind of computer, just get one. I was struggling. I was at the library every single day. I used to stay to the library till like 1 a.m. and library closed at 2. And sometimes I would take advantage and still stay all the way to 2, even though they don't on the intercom like,
the library is closing. Please leave the library now. Please leave the library now. Get your personal belongings and have a good night.
I'm telling you, get a computer, because it's very like inconveniencing. You have a full day of classes. And then when you're trying to do your work, you have to go to the library. You have to go to the library. And sometimes those computers, I'm not saying that Georgia State computers bad or whatever, but sometimes those computers, you can't do a lot on them. As far as like, let's say you want to download something, right? So you go on iCollege or wherever your assignments are, and your teacher's like, here, you have to download this link, or you have to download this sheet, complete it, write a whole report on it, scan it, and then send it back. At the library, you have to like, it's a lot you have to go through to do all of those. First, the downloading part, I don't think that's a problem, but sometimes when you download something or you need to download a software or something on the computer, it doesn't allow you to. And you have to get it like a authorized user or something to be able to download it. And that is just frustrating because you're like, okay, well, how am I going to do this? So you have to find someone with a computer, or you have to find somewhere that will allow you to download this software and to be able to scan it and all this stuff. It's just a lot. So I feel like if you're saving your money, put some of that money towards a computer. Like a small computer at Walmart is like $120. Not even at Walmart. Like you can go online on Groupon. On Groupon, they have like Dell computers, HP computers, Chrome computers. I know a mini Chromebook is $100. You can do that. Like, please get a computer. If you're going to Georgia State, it is dangerous walking like that late at night, either going home, going to your car. It's just dangerous. I mean, if you're an OG, you a big baller shot caller, you a WWE fighter, you go for it. You do what you gotta do, okay? If you packing, you do what you gotta do. But for me, I've had like plenty of experiences where I almost had a heart attack because I thought someone was either like following me or trying to attack me or something while I'm going to my dorm or while I'm going to Blue Lot. Those that don't know what Blue Lot is basically a parking lot for students, for those that do not live on campus. And it's a bus that takes you all the way to Turnerfield, which is where the parking area is. And the bus stays open till 12 a.m. So, yeah, it takes people back and forth from like 8 a.m. to like 12 a.m. So, just a little plug in there. But, yeah, I would say get a computer. And that's really, I think that's like all the tips that I have for like incoming freshmen or people transferring from like college, like, okay, Georgia Gwinnett College to Georgia State University, which is very different. Yeah, those are the tips that I would give y'all, basically. So thank you guys for tuning in. So thank you guys for tuning in so much. Thank you for listening to me rant about my life, about my college life. But y'all, don't worry. This is just the first day. This is just only a few tips for now. And I will be back with the second day series.